It's all well and good, but you're not quick to get to, you know. Swipe.
Dad, what's wrong? Dad?
Would you still be saying this after hours that have passed? Because you gotta remember, he started feeling the effects. Gwe ran all the way north to Jinx's village, and we've run all the way back. So wouldn't he be past the point of going, Dad, what's wrong, Dad? He would have done that hours ago.
Don't be scared. Dr. Baishu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
I like how we just casually walk up. Well, okay, the traveler's walking pretty casually. Baiju was walking pretty quickly, actually.
Dr. Baishu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
Gui, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baishu's not gonna use Chang Sheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jialiang?
This does sound like it's gonna be bad for her. Chi-Chi's looking at me! It's gonna be bad for Baiju.
Oh, please don't worry. Dr. Baishu will find a way.
But...
Oh, I want more Chi-Chi. Why 8 a.m.? Does nothing ever operate before 8 o'clock in the morning? It's right side better than Japan. Holy shit. When I lived in Tokyo, you could not get on with your day because nothing opened until like 11 o'clock in the morning. Here in Australia, shit opens, you know, either 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. So you can get in, get out, do your errands, do your shopping, do your grocery shopping, or, you know, do what you need to do. In Tokyo, nothing opens until practically midday. You have to waste your entire morning waiting for that shit. So I don't know if China's the same or not, but at least 8 o'clock's a little more reasonable.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
I think he is, my child.
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual.
Oh no, did he give even more of his life force than last time?
Wait, where's Dr. Baiju? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
He may have been passed out in a bed somewhere.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiang Li once we find her. Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
God, that was quick.
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baiju in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baiju hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again. Do you think he...
Let's go check up on him.
Huh? Hey, wait up!
We're not going through the pharmacy. We're going around the pharmacy. We don't even know where his room is. Small building, though. Can't go wrong.
Huh?
Well, this ain't the building, because this is a massive room.
You're finally awake? That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
You're finally awake, you say to the man who's comfortably sitting up. Did he fall asleep sitting up?
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baishu's gonna nap for? They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baishu! Changsheng!
Why do you sound like you're startled? This is what you've been waiting for. Are you both okay?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment.
As in he already had one and then he was poisoned? Or two different poisons?
And as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition.
And a poison was the only way a practiced medical person, the wife, not Baiju, could think to treat it. Bold move.
Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs.
Which is all well and good, but if the remedy causes him to lose his memory, what is the point? Shouldn't you just let him hasten towards a peaceful end? If the only alternative is to live without memory?
Though it was created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
So that's why Zhang Li did it.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution.
It's just something you do in the
As time passed,
short
and the
term.
poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition.
It's something you do in the short term as a radical solution. It's not meant to be something you sustain over time. So are we saying she didn't foresee this problem?
Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became.
That's how bodies
to
work.
it. Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
If you can't fix the underlying issue or give him a better source of medicine, I kind of feel like you're just prolonging the inevitable and making him suffer in the meantime. So unless you have an alternative, I'm really not sure what else you can do there, buddy.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiang Li has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jialiang's life, Jiang Li has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Zhongli would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Fate.
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jia Liang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiang Li is. Her regular exposure to god remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health, and given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
So we're going to find her collapsed in the cave with the ruins. Remains.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baiju.
Did he know any of this?
It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baiju, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way.
You know where the cave is.
I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
Unless it means he's going to be stressing and anxious about what's happening away from him.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Oh my god, what is this, eavesdropping day?
Very well. Then follow me.
Aw, Gigi, we're leaving the pharmacy in your hands again.
Dr. Baiju, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baiju, do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
Does she feel heat? How does Chi-Chi's body work? Does she have all the same nerve endings she used to have? Or does she not notice when she scalds her hand? Yeah, we're going over. We're gonna splat right into it. Pew!
That strange feeling is back.
Great, embrace it.
It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way.
I'll take your word for it.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Lord Luffer was like right there, right next to their home.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way.
That's great. Don't stop. Keep going.
This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
Wouldn't this be the way that you get to your house? You can't come down the mountain the way I get to your
inauspicious
house.
presence here. Even I can sense it.
Yeah, there's a lot of breeze coming from this rock.
I think I remember this place.
Jiaoyang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
Where's the kid?
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
Entanglement of past dreams. The restless force within Jiangliang has beckoned him ceaselessly, drawing everyone to this place. Here, the stench of evil is growing, and the curtains of fate are soon to fall. You want pyro? Too bad.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead? The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel. A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to, curses.
Forget, obviously.
Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
I mean, I have no issue with them.
The doctor will see you now.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Oh, more. Hello.
Everyone hold hands.
Everybody?
Speed of light.
Whoa, there's a sensor
I was
here.
gonna say it's a sensor, but I was like,
Treasure
is it?
hoarders
Is
sure
it?
make themselves at home.
I don't see any dust on the sensor's surface. The burn marks on the inside are still fresh. I don't think this was left here by the treasure hoarders.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense? You sure? Because we did run into that group of monsters just now.
It's not burning though, is it, Paimon? It's not emitting a scent.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiangli. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiangli to give me the poison.
Jiaoliang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Below us, you say? Can we get through here? Ah, okay. There's no way to open it, but we'll just magically open it. Oh my god. Ouch. How does she travel down here and how does she get back up? Is she magical? There's no way that can be climbed. I think this woman is magic. There's no other explanation for it.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Ooh, fun. I didn't even need to activate that one. Or that one. That's great.
Ha! We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Mm-hmm. Do you move? It does. Okay. I've got this strange stuff. Which doesn't seem to do anything.
Paimon doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here. There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
Okay. Well, don't know quite how I'm going to get it over there. Really? Okay. I don't think it's going to reach the door, is it? Oh, it does. Great. Okay. Hi guys.
Hey!
How you doing? They look like they're tainted with some sort of darkness. It must be the remains of the god.
Hey! Cut to the chase.
Incoming!
That's cute, no.
Grow! Don't blink! Hey! Yeah!
Thank you. Ah, okay. Well, this goes through. Not quite sure where, but it goes through. Ah, now you can reach. I see. Ah, but you can't activate yourself. Okie dokie. Can you please go that way? I can't. Okay.
I was kind of hoping it could, but whatever.
Just gotta hope I can go the distance. Yay. Ah, give me a sec. Okay, it's not as far as I thought. I wonder how she goes here and backwards all the time. Look at this place. It's full of gliding down. Oh, hello. Excuse me, sir. I'm just sneezing. Okay, I'm good now. And we just gotta sniffle through the next part. Hello, Geofisher.
Look out!
I don't see... Oh, she's on the ground. That's why I couldn't see her.
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
With sword comes shadow.
Bye-bye. One to whom the chur's loathsome something. I didn't catch the title of the creature, other than Geofisher.
Dr. Baiju, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave.
Considering she's been here for days with no food or water, she's practically on death's door.
The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away!
How do you propose we do that, Paimon?
It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baiju said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god
Oh, we're
remains
going to
here.
kill, what's his name, Jialiang. That's unfortunate.
If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect. And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working...
I mean, I think it's time. She's been sacrificing herself for him up till now. I think it's only right that now it's his turn to sacrifice himself for her, you know?
Oh no.
Oh,
Are you
no.
saying-
Life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Yeah, see, it's not like he didn't know.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him!
It's not so much giving up on him as letting nature take its course at this point.
Baiju, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
If he knew, wouldn't he already be taking that step rather than giving his own life force to the guy?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiang Li, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
But what kind of life will he and Ayu have if he doesn't have his memory? If he continually suffers essentially from having dementia? What kind of quality of life is that for himself? And what kind of quality of life is that for his son?
Dr. Baiju, give it to me straight. How long does Jiang Li have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
I also wish they'd given them separate names or different names. They're so very similar. It's Jialiang and Jiang Li. They're very similar. I really wish they'd given them more original names. You can't be thinking about that again, bad boy.
But what would be the point of that, Dr. Baiju? I'm all too aware of the dangers of God remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see Ayu grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiang Li back, then even if I die...
I hate to break it to you, sir, but it's not a blessing from Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis has nothing to do with the situation at hand. Just thought I'd tell you that.
Jialiang.
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life.
It's a healthy outlook.
Traveler, Dr. Baiju, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment.
Just as
That's
long as
all.
it is a moment, because the woman's dying.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jiaoliang, Baizhu, Changsheng, is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiangli will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiangli would not have had to resort to unnatural methods. What a crazy situation! Jiangli risked it all to save Jiaoliang's life, and now Jiaoliang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiangli! What's the point of it all?
I think you're over-dramatizing the situation, Paimon. What it boils down to is that this man has a disease, a medical condition. Someone else did their best to prolong his lifespan, but at the end of the day, the medical condition is going to terminate his life. And it's just that you've prolonged it for long enough that his time is now up. You can make it all dramatic about sacrifice and all that as much as you like, but the reality is he was sick. He's still sick. He's going to continue being sick. And it's going to kill him. That's the end of the story.
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
Well, of course he would have as a medical professional.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
I think that Jiangli is, yes, okay, she's done the sacrificing thus far and put herself in this position. Him now choosing to die to save her, I don't see as sacrificing himself because medically he should already be dead. So it's more just accepting that death has come to him now more than him choosing to sacrifice himself.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go.
See, he already knew his time was coming soon.
If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you.
I seriously hope Hu Tao did not bring the kid.
So, I know that you'll both be okay without me. I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
Do you want to lie down? I don't know how quickly this is going to happen, but you're not going to be... Rephrase that. You're going to be in pain, I dare say. It might be better if you lie down.
As you wish.
It's pretty easy to get rid of. God, I thought it would put up, a token of resistance, but apparently not.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
It kind of sounds like she didn't want him to do this. And he's the one who's like, no, I will do it. So he's choosing to sacrifice her life at this point. It seems very much the opposite of the way they're presenting it. The way to date they've set it up is that she loved him so much that she was sacrificing herself to an extent by having to get into contact with the god remains to make this poison for him to keep him going. But this text here makes it sound like it's really bad for you. It's going to be horrible. I don't recommend it. But he's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. So it kind of sounds like he's choosing to sacrifice her and put her in danger for his own sake. I don't like how it's suddenly twisted that.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad.
Why do all the kids sound the
Don't fret,
same?
Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Typical, parent promising things that they can't keep their word on.